Welcome back to Dazzy Cars. There are fast cars and then there are pure cars. Machines that weren't built to impress on paper, weren't engineered to win drag races at stoplights, and weren't designed to flex luxury badges in valet lines. They were built for one thing and one thing only: driving. Today we're talking about one of the greatest driver's cars America ever experienced from Japan. A car that didn't need 8 cylinders to make noise. A car that didn't need forced induction to feel explosive. A car that became a legend because of balance, precision, and obsession. This is the Acura Integra Type R. Before you even turn the key, before you even hear that engine come to life, you can feel that this car is different. It doesn't sit like a normal compact coupe, it crouches. The stance is tight, focused, purposeful. Every line looks intentional, nothing decorative, nothing extra, just performance carved into metal. Now let's talk about the exterior, because this is where the Type R begins telling its story. The front end is clean but aggressive in a way only late 90s Japanese performance cars could be. The slim headlights, the low hood, the simple Acura badge, it's understated, but if you know, you know. The front lip sits just low enough to hint that this isn't a regular Integra. The body lines are sharp without being dramatic. There's no overstyling here, no fake vents, no unnecessary creases. It's aerodynamic honesty. Move to the side and you see that iconic coupe profile. Light, compact, perfectly proportioned. The Type R rides slightly lower than the standard Integra, and those white 5-spoke wheels, legendary. They don't scream for attention, they command respect. Behind them sit larger brakes engineered for real track work, not just street cruising. And then you reach the rear, that wing, that high-mounted rear spoiler that became a symbol of late 90s performance culture. Some called it excessive. Enthusiasts called it perfect. It wasn't there for looks alone, it generated real downforce. It told the world this wasn't a grocery getter, this was a homologation special, a road-legal race car. But what makes the Type R truly special isn't just what you see, it's what you don't see. Acura didn't just add a wing and call it a day. They stripped weight, sound deadening removed, thinner glass, lightweight components. The body was reinforced for rigidity. This car was engineered with obsession. Moving inside, the interior feels like stepping into a time capsule of pure driving focus. No massive touchscreens, no ambient lighting dancing across panels, just red Recaro bucket seats that hug you tightly the moment you sit down. Those seats alone tell you everything about this car's personality. You don't sink into them, you strap into them. The steering wheel is small, perfectly weighted, wrapped in leather that feels honest in your hands. The shifter sits exactly where it should, short, precise, mechanical. The gauge cluster is simple and clear, with that famous 10,000 RPM tachometer staring back at you like a challenge. That red line isn't there for decoration, it's there to be used. There's minimal insulation, which means you hear everything. The engine, the intake, the road, the transmission. And instead of feeling cheap, it feels raw, purposeful. This is a cockpit designed for connection, not comfort. Now let's get to the heart of the legend, the engine. Under that modest hood lives one of the greatest naturally aspirated 4-cylinders ever built, the 1.8-liter B18C5 VTEC engine. Around 195 horsepower doesn't sound like much today, but context matters. This was late 90s America, and this engine wasn't about brute force. It was about precision. The magic happens when VTEC engages. Below the crossover point, the engine feels smooth, controlled, eager. But once you hit that higher RPM range, around 5,700 RPM, everything changes. The cam profile shifts. The tone sharpens. The engine screams toward that 8,400 RPM redline like it was born to live there. It doesn't just accelerate, it builds intensity. It pulls harder the higher you rev it. And when you hit redline, you don't want to stop. The 5-speed manual transmission is one of the best ever put into a front-wheel drive car. Short throws, mechanical feedback, crisp engagement, every shift feels earned. And because this car is lightweight, around 2,600 pounds, every horsepower matters. Handling is where the Integra Type R truly dominates. This isn't just a fast car, it's a surgical instrument. The steering is razor sharp, turn-in is immediate. The limited slip differential pulls you through corners with astonishing grip. There's almost no understeer if you drive it correctly. It feels alive, balanced, communicative. You don't just drive the Type R, you interact with it. You feel the road through the steering wheel, you sense weight transfer through the seat, you adjust throttle mid-corner and the car responds instantly. It's a conversation between driver and machine, and very few modern cars offer that kind of honesty anymore. Braking performance is equally impressive. Firm pedal feel, strong stopping power, confidence at speed. On a back road or a track day, this car feels like it was engineered for war. It's not about straight-line dominance, it's about cornering, precision, and driver control. Now let's talk safety and pricing. Back in its day, the Type R wasn't overloaded with airbags and electronic assists like modern cars. It relied more on driver skill and mechanical grip. ABS was included, but this was a car that trusted you to know what you were doing. When new, it was priced reasonably for a performance coupe. Today, it's a collector's item. Clean examples command serious money. Why? Because people finally understand what this car represents. It's not just nostalgia, it's purity. It's one of the last truly analog, high-revving, lightweight front-wheel drive performance cars ever made. Emotionally, the Acura Integra Type R hits differently. It doesn't overwhelm you with power, it challenges you. It invites you to become a better driver, it rewards skill, it punishes laziness. And when you drive it right, when you hit that perfect corner apex, when you keep the engine screaming in its power band, it feels like magic. This car represents an era when engineers were allowed to chase perfection without compromise. No artificial exhaust sounds, no fake vents, no digital filters between you and the machine. Just metal, fuel, and engineering excellence. And in today's world of heavy, turbocharged, electronically controlled performance cars, the Type R feels like a reminder. A reminder that lightweight matters, that balance matters, that engagement matters. If you love driving, not just speed, not just specs, but driving as an art form, the Acura Integra Type R is one of the greatest expressions of that philosophy ever sold in America. And if you're passionate about legendary machines like this, don't just watch, subscribe to Dazzy Cars and become part of a community that respects the icons, celebrates the rebels, and keeps automotive history alive. Before you click away, make sure you go watch the video that's already live on this channel covering the Dodge Magnum SRT8. That car represents raw American V8 muscle in wagon form, a complete contrast to today's lightweight precision machine. It's already uploaded, and watching it right now will show you two totally different philosophies of performance, both unforgettable in their own way. I'll see you there.